Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.
They say people are getting better. People are okay. But you see, everything can be narrowed down into the truth behind it. You just gotta know where to look. You just gotta know where to find it. They say they built a pawn shop right on the spot where the devil fell, because even when you're broke, you still got something you can sell. Hell, the guy up on the podium says he sells truth. But you can smell the politics on his breath. He's been doing too many shots of taxes and death. There's a guy on my street corner who says he sells freedom. He'll even give me the needles if I'm broke, if I need them. You see, I know what I'm missing, so I ain't gotta try it. Because freedom ain't freedom if you gotta buy it. But I have no grand plan for the great escape, because even though I have a pretty decent cape in my closet, when I rip open my shirt, there's no S on my chest. I'm no Superman, no adoptive bulletproof savior of the earth. I'm just like everyone else, have to be slapped on the ass at birth. But for what it's worth, I'm more like Clark Kent, a journalist of the humanities that tells it like it is. And right now I'm telling you, we live in a world where Darth Vader reminds us.
This is CNN.
But even Darth Vader stuttered when we heard about those kids who turned their school into a shooting range, and the whole world sat by like a baby in a shitty diaper crying out for change. Or how about the grade 10 dropouts with grade 2 reading levels that play Russian roulette with guns they found on their playground, whispering, "Don't worry." Even if it does happen, it'll take less than a minute, because I guess the word funeral still has the word fun in it. And in order to reassure ourselves, we listen to people. Because people say people are getting better. People are okay. But if you look outside your window, the children aren't playing marbles or jacks. They're vengefully stepping on cracks to break their mothers' backs when they can't have their way. Sure, people are getting better. People are okay. And we send our children running towards the future as if the future's going to be the place to be. And all we can see is the hope bleed out of their eyes as they look up to watch the airlines plummet from the skies. And they run past a young girl in a small cubbyhole of corroding cement because she doesn't run anymore. See, she's already dropped out of the race. And in case you couldn't tell just by looking at the lesions on her face, she hangs a cardboard sign around her neck that reads, "I have AIDS. Please leave me alone." And the kids pump more quarters into the phone, then cry into the flat line of the dial tone when mom and dad say no. You can't come home. And they say people are getting better. People are okay. But I can only say that none of this is okay. The world is not okay. And I'm no better than anyone else. I'm looking for answers, stumbling around in the dark, curling up like a question mark because I don't know what to do. But I know you have to care about the world, because it doesn't care about you.
Yeah. Check it on. Yeah. Little old soul. Really soul. Explain it. Secondhand canvas when my portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Just an old soul. Yo.
Born into the earth, for some time convinced myself this was my first birth. And these my first words, given to the world. Around, transported through means of simple sound. And the cadence to communicate with people in their basements. Faces turned, loving the beat with no patience. To listen to the words said inside of these bars. Set in the stars, these natural laws. We capture applause, trap them, then return them. Learning lessons as we hear the sermons, then unlearn them. So we can live them, give them back as experience. Many say any such action isn't serious. I was given this indigenous speech. Some loving to live life above, governing each man and woman. But I'm loving and living to teach and learn much. Cause you can only give what you receive. Old soul, really I can't explain it. Secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, old soul, really I can't explain it. Secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, I'm a spirit sent to the earth in human form. Now you hear it, whether quiet war or silent storm, some fear it. So afraid to stray from the norm, I revere it. Although my narrow path is torn, my past goes be gone the day that I was born. Some smile on my face, then they silently scorn. Up till now, this is the last of many masks I adorn myself with. How many masks I've worn, selfish they say. Never give my soul away to the boldness of the city, trying to keep the cold at bay. I'll try to say everything that I need to say. This is the only reason I would stay. Old soul, really I can't explain it. Secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, old soul, really I can't explain it. Secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, every one of us is gifted. I'm a little bit strange, I admit it. I care for what's important, don't believe that I'm indifferent. I tried to get with it once, the norm, I didn't fit it. Shifted my way of thinking, always wondered why I did it. I don't know if life is infinite, I'm always recreating. Gaining wisdom from my past lives, I'm still changing. While many stay the same and just fight for fame and fortune. These days a brother just stays in instead of going out and giving all of myself. I hold on to myself to maintain my health and well-being. Only tell what I've seen or understand, and only speak the things that I mean. Old soul, can't explain it. Secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, yeah, old soul, secondhand canvas when the portrait was painted. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Listen, old soul. Imagining beats I was bragging in, imagining lost souls and old trains I was tagging in when still a toy, never came of age, still a boy, clever weather, these things I still enjoy. Still avoid decoy and tall tales tattling, still trying to reach 100% when I'm averaging, I'm trying to start traveling, so my words reach the world and bring them back for boys and little girls, a little old soul. Really I can't explain it, secondhand canvas when the portrait was just a little old. I just pray my soul remains untainted in the fold. Old soul, listen, keep listening. Old soul.
You know this group on a separate track, you see? Now what do you want?
Bring the records for the rally, son. I can't sing to you, no, sir. I'd like the chance to make a record.
Everybody want to make a record. You almost ready there?
But I have a boss song, you know, sir.
Listen, yeah.
Lord have mercy. Trini man call original one. Yes. And Ballhead Sister Dread. Dbi Young. Yeah, Lord, you know what I'm saying? And a man called Jugular. For real. Come on, give it to me now.
Massive and crew. Una don't know say without blood that there is no life. You hear what I say? For real, real, real. Blood, 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 blood clot. Blood, 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 blood clot. Blood, 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 blood clot. Blood, blood, blood. Living in a time where the blood is marketable like the rest of my body. Everything is sellable. Toxic shock syndrome, Procter Gamble. Chlorine bleach pad. Some blood me nah have. Lurking culture vulture, I sit down on the shelf. Legalized pimping of my cunt and my blood. With or without applicator, with or without wings. Right ABC or D don't give a blood clap about me. You ever notice to them pan TV? Cortex Tampax always or Maxi. Them no use red or blue, them use instead. And I'm wondering from where the shame around my cunt came from. Like a covert operation. More than half the population. Believe. We used to have enough blood ritual where women come together bleeding at the land. But now the blood not flow, where did the rituals go? I manufacture chain designed to keep me in a chain. Watch it, I bleed. Me in a chain. Watch it, I bleed. 5 nights of bleeding, the blood in me, yeah, I know. 5 nights of bleeding, the blood in me head, I know. 5 nights of bleeding, the blood in me womb, I know. 5 nights of bleeding, the blood in me cunt, I know. 5 nights of bleeding, the blood upon the ground, and when war come, oh, fire blood run. Brixton, Red and Road, Rainbow Blues dance. Kelly rap, like river blood, just a flow with blood. Liberation of a chance. Grenada, Joburg, I take slavery, ban my belly and bleed. Why we teach young Amazons to hide the fact that on flow come once a month and she's a setback. Don't talk about her too loud in the public. Be careful not to get creation on the toilet. Watch out, you might get some celebration on the chair. Don't stain the sheets with your liberation, nor the streets with your revolution. Young black bush woman don't birth a nation, a lie. Young black bush woman don't birth a nation. And when she come to me once every month, she bring a positive vibration with her cipher. No that me no wanna tell her, no my dad no other bill. No spirit killers to numb this ya healing. Just give me red raspberry tea, I'll be tranquil. Ancient mother spirit is calling. If I was in the bush, I would be bleeding in the earth. Watering our body with my healing, but me living at the shitty. Me living at the shitty. No pad, no tampon, no liner, no towel, no oppression. Sheets well of bloody, bleeding on the bed instead. Sheets well of bloody, I'm bleeding on the bed in a sheets well of bloody. Why? Cause I bleed, cause I'm a warrior. Amazon daughter of Maya. I bleed because the blood of the moon. I bleed because the blood of the sun. I bleed because the blood of the wind. I bleed because the blood of the earth.
Blood.
I bleed because I am a woa, ancient African goddess divine.
Blood.
All life, black, black,
Blood.
black, black,
Blood.
bush,
Blood.
oh my.
Black, 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 shaman.
Blood, juggler, original one, Dbi Young, yeah.
We recording? Cool. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. God is right here, right now, like how, like this. Right, left, right this, on landscape streamed by angels on a bed of satin harmonies, subtle melodies, and tribal rhythms. None of this recital is new, it's just the recycled revival renewal of ancient wisdom. The only difference between now and then is that at some point we stopped listening, started missing the point and misplacing the meaning, forgot how to dream and started foolishly fiending for clothes and status to see who's the baddest? Whether it be raising our kids in the hood or in a suburban, bubbled palace, we need balance. So I forgive death, but blame us for making life the challenge. Where it's hard to love yourself, let alone anyone else. Where the list is endless on how we create things to prevent us from seeing the true beauty of our nature. Caught in my own self-hatred. only to worship some paper that talks louder than the walls that scream for divine intervention. Cause see, their ears have gone broke from paying too much attention to those who scream hiding behind them from an outside world that's too much to face, too bitter to taste. And what better a place than to be prisoner in your own home? I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be wrong, but neither do I care to be right. I just want to feel the warmth of the sunlight and remember what it's like to be happy again. I refuse to self-destruct, but accept that to everything there's an end. But I feel I've come full circle. Heart beating in a language that's universal. Was late for dress rehearsal, so instead I decided to freestyle with the bits and pieces that I remembered as the spotlight hit me and adrenaline became verbal. Take a deep breath, because the depth of my catchphrases is as shallow as the original thought that imitates the shadow of a doubt, which fear hides in smiling, waiting for the next victim. I don't care if you have to keep it winding. This is me, reborn, every time that you do.
They called him Wicked Knight, paramour, sinking into mud, silent mountain, slide obscurity, encircled by enclosure stone crown. Was he looking at the circle he had found? A fire color turned to ash, temple in his thin diminished veins closed. So the man shut his pale eyes and slept. Many nights he would have kept his problem hidden, breaking sweat, awake determined with his will, rested purpose in his hands, that now he could fulfill his premonitions and demands. He was covered by the earth, sleeping long he took his rest, spot solicitous of favor, earned his magic in distress. What he wanted was to dream a man, insert him into being. What he wanted was to be the man whose being dreamed was breathing wide awake, exhausted by the act, and now it's vacancy at stake. In making him as only he envisaged, could he make him mold the incoherent matter of his dreams? Imaginary meaning, he knew failure was the seed. At least he understood, and this led him into sleep. No dreams at first, and instantly the image of a beating heart he held his only image could be held, insisting infancy. The dream that he had made was beginning to exist. Each night he could perceive its greater clarity. The mist surrounded temple sight, his manner of perfection, his subjection, temper carefully constructed revolution turned to parallel time. Preliminary vision in the heart of his mind, a pulmonary rhythm risen by design, delving deeper into making it more of him. In imagination origin, he ordered him and bordered his position in a corner world that formed his mortal calling points and followed him, hollowed him, fed him, fixed him and led him ahead. It tricked him and set him, and then it led him into blackness. It took him hours just to get him to a place where he could feel him come alive, intoxicated by the practice. This is how a man made, animate is made by the will of man, dreaming being prayed, maker of the fan flames with the God-given talent to create what he has claimed as his own. This is how a man made, animate is made by the will of man, dreaming being prayed, maker of the fan flames with the God-given talent to create what he has claimed as his own. alive, brand new, born, tongue-tied. I am here. I am limited only by reason and rhythm. My vision is perfectly clear. Son of the farther and farther along in the chain of command. It is an anime being belonging to song in the cycle of lunar eclipse. I walk only at the edge. Time volcanic, rock riddled, ring traded, bearing kept collected footsteps. Simple, I will live forever on the brink of bringing being into breathing right, waking life, taking nights over. God is flame and the fire flows liquid when I will it back to origin. Focus on the former, can I will it back? Born again, descended order blessed, knowing only God possessed immortal purpose. Twice inverted to infernal type exile, exiting the circle to the forest. I will make it while his paranoia sets in. Similar nervous aversion with benefits, sediment sequence inside of his sediments. None of them know was done in the first. I was imagining silently burst, thrust forth, flickering torch. One star due north, one fire, one scorch. Witness will be made to know how hard it is to see exactly what his dreams are made of. When it starts screwing to me, I came to be my only will. As power can but only sailors, only men will own the killer. Bring up all what they have built to be projected rightest amongst the strange men, just like any other walking into shreds of flames. Then will I be untouched, unbound, set free? Only then the mere appearance of a dream that isn't me. Untouched, unbound, set free. Only then the mere appearance of a dream that isn't me.
He walks down the street, looks to himself and says, "This is not just another day."
Now I've been chasing Jones for a heartbeat, been past 25. Quarter my life in through the cracks and slides. On the concrete, blazing heat, watching the pork belly bacon fry. Double Dutch on the corner, echoes 5. Across the street to the man that's blind, checking the side as a guide. A bug flies by, the eardrum resonates high. The woman in the diner makes sure that the silverware shines. And the tablecloth's a line. Sign said a lemonade cost a dime. Throw my change with the aim, with the thirst to satisfy. Relieved to wipe the sweat away from my eye. Now let me make a mental note of all this commotion. Frozen meats caught my eye, cause they was left outside. A car honks its horn, cause an old lady was under mine while driving, but her Buick was oversized for the spot that she was trying to slide. And the gas attendant shook his head as he sighed. Finished the job and I got tipped at 5. I noticed that there was no clouds in the sky. Sip my lemonade as I got chills down my spine. Kids at the park playing on the slide, cats on the corner running highs. Lady spoke in a language that I could not identify, but still she tried to sell me things that have expired. Like old milk gonna be good for your mind. I see crazies running like they flying, probably through the mountains of Israel to Zion. Clean air must be nice if you can feel yourself dying. Elephants raise their trunks for luck if you trying. Then the squeal of old worn out tires at the red light rushing like there's a fire. Hot soup steaming as it hits the lips of the truck driver. Coffee hits the floor as it stains the shirt that was just ironed. The laundromat closes at 5. I looked at my piece of time. The dishwasher mops the floor with the scent of lime. As the bum at the side searches the dumpster for everything and anything that's been left behind.
And so the story goes. He travels through this show. Each episode, a new experience. Yeah, a new experience. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, studio members, people in TV land, in the end, all you have is love.
Live. Yeah. Glorious life. Glorious the sun, glorious the day, glorious the star, glorious the way. We live this life that we're living, using this glorious gift of life that we've been given. Glorious life, live this life that we're living, using this glorious gift of life that we've been given. Glorious life. What a glorious life. Glorious life. Glorious life, how wonderful you are in your majesty. To lose you or any attribute of you, a tragedy that I cannot fathom or bear to comprehend. I have little faith in the goodness of men. Still I move beyond and dawn. Your light gives me sight. The day gives me strength in the night. I thought I'd give a rest to this darkness and just be candid. I eternally apologize for taking you for granted. I'd like to use this chance to try and make amends, to thank you for the lives of my family and friends, and of course myself. My wealth is in you, gave birth to everything that I love. This is true. I thank you for the stars and thank you for the moon. I thank you for the past, present, future coming soon. I thank you for the chance to dance to this music, and I thank you for my life. I promise that I will use it to the best of my abilities. My voice will lift up to the heavens. I never knew if you were God's gift. Still I praise you, cause within you he exists, and there's nothing seeing into you that I would have missed. To live. Glorious life. Glorious the sun, glorious the day, glorious the star, glorious the way. We live this life this life that we're living, using this glorious gift of life that we've been given. Glorious the sun, glorious the day, glorious the stars, glorious the way we live this life that we're living, using this glorious gift of life that we've been given. We dance the small of your back, slide the curve of your hips, amidst your giving breasts, living, quivering in your grips. Life like a mother, we'll give without receiving. We take for granted even the subtlety of breathing, our every step, the blink of our two eyes, the smells underneath our noses, the wise who would live their lives and tell us our mistakes. What a difference just a little silence makes. Sit and think, if you didn't have this consciousness, what would it really mean to live? Just think, if you didn't have this consciousness, what would it really mean to live? To live, yeah. This life is so glorious. Don't take it for glorious life. Yeah. Glorious life. I mean, it might be a test, but still so glorious. Yeah. To live is an honor. We cherish every moment. Appreciate the day, even when we don't show it. We know it. Yeah, to live is a privilege, not a right but a gift. Do your best to give this to others who would live the day for the day. Come close to losing you but not really care either way. You must care, even if you don't care for yourself. Think about those who don't have the joy of your health. Think about those whose every waking moment is a struggle, born through no fault of their own, in the midst of trouble. I've seen the sun peeking through the clouds. I've witnessed the glorious loud silence of sound. I've seen the light dancing, reflecting on the water. The joy of a mother being taught by her daughter. The joy of a father dreaming of what his son will become. The joy of a traveler returning to where he is from. This is life, and a second chance to live right. I put down on paper what I gave to this plight. This is life, and a second chance to live right. I put down on paper what I gave to this plight. Live right, live right. Glorious life, live right. I know it's so glorious. It's glorious life. Yeah, so live. Just live. Just live. Glorious life. Yeah. Glorious. Just live. Before you know it. Glorious life. What a glorious life.
So lovely, yeah. For you, my brother, the unwanted struggler, holding your head high under a crumbling sky, wondering why good folk die young. Live hard, carry tons of emotions under a mask posted. Rarely cry when you do it, transforms you to see through the lies. Shape masculine ties with fake power, try to reclaim self in the world. Died as it was when tripping was the norm, and you transformed it by changing within and asserting convictions while learning to listen. With every contradiction, you still are beautiful, so full with ambition, and the whole world's dissing us. We trip with ourselves too. No man ever held you as boys. It's so easy to hate men for the displacement of fathers. This one's for all of them love-starved wanderers.
Yes, you are beautiful. I see God moving through you. It's all influence you. The sun, stars, and moons. More than guns, cars, and goons. It's your true nature. Beauty is your true flavor. Look, you are beautiful. I see God moving through you. It's all influence you. The sun, stars, and moons. More than guns, cars, and goons. It's your true nature. Beauty is your true flavor. Look, believe your day ain't finished, you ain't diminished. But I listen to the shit you kicking, sounding like children rebounding from sitcoms. Mad cause the cheddar ain't get y'all. Look, Paul, recognizing the scene, it's important to get green. But shit, 30, 40-year-olds shouldn't act like 15, 16-year-old teens. You should lead, not follow. All that sex bragging sound hollow as the tips I make niggas swallow while wallow in debauchery. When you ought to be setting the bar for younger dogs to reach, it breaks my heart. Watching icons from the golden age help New York hip-hop follow apart being cheap, cause it's a sure thing. But what we need as a nation now is maturity. I ain't speaking from backpack purity, and I don't wanna see you fall to obscurity. I just wanna see hip-hop grow up. Fuck taking it back, let's roll up to the future. And you know what, I ain't saying that you pitiful. What I'm really saying is niggas is beautiful. Yeah, you are beautiful. I see God moving through you. It's all into it, you the sun, stars and moons. More than guns, cars and goons. It's your true nature, beauty is your true flavor. Look, you are beautiful. I see God moving through you. It's all into it, you the sun, stars and moons. More than guns, cars and goons. It's your true nature, beauty is your true flavor. My last half I'm flowing in is for Latin, Black, Cambodians, Filipinos, Laotians, and all Aboriginals coasting in toasted skin. Our folks always told us shit about being too dark, hair not straight enough. But look in your heart, you know that you're great enough. Our parents and siblings saying stuff that self-destructs or self-worth. Crying in the mirror, wondering if hell hurts as much as this. Now listen closely, there's nothing wrong with you. You are what you're supposed to be. Beautiful, intelligent, heaven sent, ready, set, let go of all the words that hurt you. And parents don't dish your seeds, you know they hurt you. How could a good mother plant hate in the daughter that loves her? People stop acting like fuckers
and stop beating up each other and treating yourselves like a victim in prison to colonial visions of beauty not defining by any means us. In our eye trust, seeing God touch faces from places I've never been. Beauty's a natural thing, all up in your instincts. Just think, don't sleep, reach your whole destiny. Think that so directly, cause it's so upsetting to see us not believing the infinity within and obsessions within this light skin, straight hair ain't fair, not beauty but more plastic. Master it, cover up the God within, and God's within. You are beautiful, beautiful.
The drumming, are you feeling it coming? And step into the summon of the rhythm in the rhyme and forget about the time and we finding the wine and the mind into sublime. Breezing, it's a white season, just a state of being the way you believe in, imagining, dreaming, creating. See, blending out, coming to fruition, fluid born, flipping, soul sipping, never couldn't, always hitting and ripping it and twisting, mending and letting, molding and folding and cycling, go cycle, circle, the position. We got rhythm, we got rhythm. Bending, lending themselves to the rhythm. My method vision extends through the prism. Bones bending, lending themselves to the rhythm. My method vision extends through the prism. They're poetic, kinetic, frenetic applause that comes to the great microphone. Sculpted marble flashes of the stone bones bending, lending themselves to the rhythm. Feeling the fall with that push pull. Physics and twin sickness, they play drums, vocal cords. I was gripping within container, cross radar, penetrator, and escalator to the moon in full bloom. I swoon, I'm in tune, vibrating at just the right rate, devastating, unharmonious sense of separation, all falls into dissolution, so soluble solving, still in the movement, dropping between all the opposites. themselves to the rhythm. My method vision extends through the prism.
Manufacture like a robot in a factory. Human life is a monopoly. Imperialistic illusion, a unity. Everybody cried when Diana died. Who of you shed the tears for Sankofa? Strange fruit. He was crucified. You oppose me, silence that nigga. Consumer unity is a lie. We gather round a TV station, watch a televised murder. Engage with fascination. Same TV station broadcasting the genocide of another nation. Iraq talking about homeland security. 911 reminds me of Rwanda, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Grenada, Jamaica, Panama, Afghanistan, Vietnam. Don't believe the shit you see on CNN. The US Army is not your friend. Prisoners of war in Guantanamo Bay every day. They say another brother accidentally dies. America, car, television, lie. People, popular public opinion prevailing in past wars. Prove the power of propaganda. The power of playing on people's fear. War on terror. Manufacture like a sweatshop worker in a factory. Be all you can be. Consume TV. Drive SUV. Join the army. Think for me. Big brother. Think for me.
Everything old is new again. Who is this again? This is my favorite made-up now moment to make it come true again. I thought this had already happened when I said that's weird, that's deja vu again. So who is that ruining my sense of linear then? It depends on who you ask. I meant that I depend on asking you not to come too close, man. It ain't like I'm asking for any favors. Time equals love without the remainders. When physical bodies die, my attempts to clutch corporeal as the mind floats by. Deliver me not into acknowledgement of death, cause it might scare me too much to keep living. And you might understand that if you appreciated what you've been given. So then what am I missing? I'm ready to listen, I'm waiting and praying to be forgiven. Then who are you praying to? Pretending they're saving you. Playing like we'll all go away the next day, but you can't look away from the carnage regardless. I know what I want and I'm starving to harvest it, harness the hardship and make it my master. That's what you think you've really been after? Has to be something inside of me, doesn't it look like I need to find out? It's like the blind leading the blind out to battle the deaf in a process that destroys all music and death. Believe in something long enough to find out what you think will be left over is over. It walked away long before you lost its attention, cold-handed, sobering up for the drive home. It's a leap of faith based in debased values, but it's something to hold on to. So I hope the bridge is built strong enough to support you. What if it isn't? What if I fall through? What if you don't and there's no one to call for you? Tell you true, dearest, they're waiting to hear from you one last time before you go, so I hope you remember. I hope I'm remembered for not forgetting. Everything else is just letting go. I know what that's like, you know, looking fear in the eye and saying, I don't know. Everything old is new to me. I haven't been back to see what it will look like when it happens again. And when was that then? It all depends on who you ask. I meant I practiced asking you that until I couldn't let the answer in.
This one goes out to my boys, all the people that I love out there. Straight up.
We make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love.
Now it be in the morning sky that you realize it passed so fast. You forgot to cry. Catches the sand timber from the rising tide. One grain in a million minds, release the facts of life. You learn more from the ignorant than you do the wise. See an old man standing blind in the middle line while consumers passed by. Not a blink from his eye was recognized. In the same spot for hours, I figured he might just need a peace of mind from what I saw playing outside, but it's all irrelevant because I never asked why. So I continued on with my stride. Earth, wind, and fire created the desire to live life. One small step for man, 5,000 for mankind. The breath of fresh air is nice with a glass of cool spring water with glacier ice. The concrete can make you go crazy, so I thank you for these days. I walk on the pavement and know that underneath is heaven's rain. Yes, heaven's rain. Yes, heaven's rain. Yes, heaven's rain.
We make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love.
Yeah. Take a minute to reflect on days of old. Take a minute to write your stories untold. Feel free to devise a plan to save the world. Take a minute from making money to make your world, brother. Sunrise, sister, moonrise like the night skies. Open your eyes, so child, don't be afraid. Best foot forward to job, forever praise. Let music forever play. Ain't no day like today, so make your move and live your truth. Cause it's your world, baby. It's your world.
You're listening to WW5. That's 0.5 LTOS on your dial, baby. With the SHALYN. For the double, baby. Yeah. Now it be in the morning sky that you realize it passed so fast.
We make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love today, we make life today, we make love.
Make love. Make love. Make love. Make love.
Beyond Vietnam, A Time to Break Silence by Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., April 4th, 1967. I come to this magnificent house of worship tonight because my conscience leaves me no other choice. I join with you in this meeting because I am in deepest agreement with the aims and work of the organization which has brought us together, clergy and laymen concerned about Vietnam. The recent statement of your executive committee are the sentiments of my own heart, and I found myself in full accord when I read its opening line. A time comes when silence is betrayal.
It seems that nobody cares that the world's at war again. And is it impressive to watch death at the expense of children? We're taking funds and programs away from the needy so that we can have money for weapons and not feeding our poor at home, our sick and old, our lost youth. It's a privilege to speak this truth, cause while the good and the chosen are passing through the land, these evils will drown. I'm swimming for sand. The madness from these strange liberators must cease. They are the greatest purveyors of violence indeed. They're like dark wizards with their poisons and illusions, blind to our cries for solutions.
We are the music makers, sing the medicine, cultivators of a deep foundation. We bring one love,
It's just my make Kama Sutra when I aim to course about the shape for the future. Whether you're making your moves with crates in the cooler, up to casual consumer, or a full-blown baller, overtaxed but still got time for music. There's universal human rights that affect our whole existence. Like thou shalt not delete a race to lubricate their pistons. Then scuds hit the soil. Now the fate for you is a pay-per-view of blood versus oil. When it tastes like news but there ain't quite truth, your brain's being spoiled to manipulate and control the way our eyes see the world. But Ty sees the world something differently. I had an epiphany, a radical liberty tackled me physically, then to me mentally, telling me life is what you have and not pretend to be. So now it's all economics in a race to find a space and time without flowing atomics. It's too naive to assume one song could take us back to Eden. At the very least, just understand the value of your freedom.
We are the music makers, sing the medicine, cultivators of a deep foundation. We bring one love, bring a message. We are the voices of
we got a message to spread out. We got a message, a message. One love, 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 love. One love, one love, one love. We got a message, we got a message.
Everywhere you look, it's the same old thing. It's hard to find anyone with something new to bring. We've heard about the problems, still no solutions. Everybody keeps on living in a world filled with illusions. People getting killed in the streets every day, and even more are getting used to living life this way. The average day for some means no food or water. The average day for some is their family getting slaughtered. I'm glad that it's not my life. I just do what I do to get by. Gotta try to learn from mistakes until the day I die. The tools that I use are common knowledge, common sense. Communication is essential and so is respect. Most people in this world are living a lie, but the ones who love life are the ones that try to understand the chaos and try to believe that we can make a difference if we set their minds free.